This is a Transportation TV News update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. On Friday, the House and Senate adjourned without approving a short or long-term extension of current surface transportation authorization, which expires Sunday, February 28th. As a result, on Monday, March 1st, the flow of $800 million in weekly federal reimbursements to the states will stop. On Tuesday, some 3,000 federal workers may be furloughed and operations of the Federal Highway Administration, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, and parts of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration could shut down. At the time of this taping, 2 extensions of Federal Transportation Spending Authority were pending. A 30-day extension approved by unanimous consent in the House and sent to the Senate for approval, and a Senate-passed long-term extension, which is part of a jobs bill, now pending in the House. The House and Senate return to session on Tuesday. At a House Oversight and Government Reform Committee hearing Wednesday, Toyota CEO Akio Toyoda apologized repeatedly to the United States and to the owners of the 8.5 million Toyota vehicles recalled by the auto giant so far.
I am deeply sorry for any accident that Toyota drivers have experienced. Especially, I would like to extend my condolences to the members of the Saylor family for the accident in San Diego.
USA Today reported that 3 more deaths, apparently linked to runaway Toyotas, have been posted on the government's auto safety database, which would bring totals to 37 fatalities and 29 incidents of sudden, unexpected vehicle acceleration. Mr. Toyota said he was absolutely confident that there was no design flaw in the company's electronic throttle control system. However, Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood told the committee that his department will investigate any possible link between automotive electronics and sudden vehicle acceleration in all vehicles.
There were some people at that committee yesterday that had some studies that showed that there were electronics problems on at least one that was tested. We want that information.
And do we have a time?
The only thing I will say to the Toyota drivers, if your car's listed, take it to the dealer and get it fixed. And please know that we're going to look at some other issues because we've had complaints about the electronics.
In other news from the automobile front, Hertz Rent-A-Car has reportedly made a deal with Nissan to make the zero-emission Leaf available to rental car customers in the U.S. and Europe by early 2011. The Leaf displayed here at this year's Washington, D.C. Auto Show uses a lithium-ion battery-powered chassis. Its mid-size hatchback seats 5 adults and has a range of about 100 miles. The car will go on sale in Japan, the U.S., and Europe later this year. Meanwhile, General Motors announced that the once popular Hummer brand is being discontinued. A deal between GM and a Chinese manufacturing company, which offered to purchase the heavy-duty SUV, fell apart this week, forcing GM to terminate the brand. Also in the news this week, final preparations are underway for the arrival of more than 200 transportation officials from 36 states and D.C. attending this year's AASHTO annual Washington briefing. The 3-day conference at the Marriott Crystal City in Arlington, Virginia, begins Sunday, February 28th. On Tuesday, March 2nd, Congressman Peter DeFazio, Democrat from Oregon, chairman of the House Subcommittee on Highways and Transit, is scheduled to deliver a keynote address at 9 a.m. on transportation and the economy. At 12:30 p.m. Tuesday, West Virginia Democratic Governor Joe Manchin III will deliver a luncheon keynote address. Then on Wednesday, attendees will hear from U.S. Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood and Federal Highway Administrator Victor Mendez, Federal Transit Administrator Peter Rogoff, and Federal Railroad Administrator Joseph Szabo. More than 24 workshops and panel discussions will be held on issues like surface transportation authorization, sustainability and livability, climate change, and high-speed rail, before state officials adjourn Wednesday to begin meetings with their home state congressional delegations. For more information, visit the AASHTO website at www.transportation.org. In the news from the states, a new AASHTO survey shows a growing number of states are turning to Twitter and Facebook to communicate critical information directly to travelers. Of the 32 state transportation departments responding to the survey, 81% or 26 states reported using Twitter to communicate with travelers when major traffic incidents or severe weather such as snowstorms, hurricanes, and tornadoes force road closures or detours. 23 states used video on their websites, 18 had YouTube channels, and 14 states had active Facebook accounts. That's the Transportation News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting.